Hello and welcome back to another video. We're going to be discussing the announcement yesterday from Turkey Al Sheikh in regards to the Usyk versus Fury 2 rematch on the 21st of December in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Obviously, fantastic news that we're getting it on. I know it's 7 months away. We'll come on to why I think that's a good thing in a minute. Both fighters get extra recovery time. The schedule's pretty intense as well for the rest of the year. So I think it's a Christmas cracker, and I think it's a real treat that we're getting it on the 21st of December. Obviously there's a lot going on in terms of the belts fragmenting. Are we going to get all 4 belts on the line on December the 21st? It's looking like AJ is going to fight the winner of Hrgovic and Dubois. So likely that we probably only get 3 of the 4 championships on the line on December 21st. But, this fight doesn't need that. It's an absolutely cracking fight a couple of weeks ago in Saudi Arabia. And I'm sure we're going to get exactly the same again. So, in terms of what it's going to look like, what adjustments is Tyson Fury going to make? That is the key. Is he going to change his corner? I doubt it. I think he'll stay with Sugar Hill and Andy Lee. I think, the key question is he going to let his dad in that corner? His dad was talking over Sugar Hill. I don't think Andy Lee had his best night, to be honest with you, either that night. Sending Fury out in the 12th round between his father and Andy Lee, saying he just needs to stay on his feet, stay nice behind the jab, don't do anything silly. When in all honesty, he was actually trailing the fight in that scenario. Fury had big success in round 6. He made mid-fight adjustments, started working the body really well, absolutely nailed Usyk with a couple of uppercuts. Usyk was definitely hurt in that situation in the 6th round for sure. 2 absolutely flush uppercuts. Credit to Usyk for the way he rallied and came back after that, obviously. Is Fury going to weigh heavier this time? Is he going to try and bulldoze through? He wasn't able to use his weight, obviously, against Usyk in the first fight. That was a big talking point beforehand. Fury's size, is he going to be able to use it? But Usyk was too good, too clever with his footwork. For me, it's more of the same for Usyk, but what's Tyson Fury going to do differently? He has to come in with new tactics, a new plan. I think for me, it has to be more aggressive. Obviously there's a lot of showboating in there, but Fury knew for a fact that he didn't quite look himself, in my opinion. He almost looked intimidated at times by Usyk. He wasn't really willing to step on the gas when he had success with Usyk, and that's very unlike Tyson Fury, especially the guy who's knocking Wilder out and performing that way. So, so many different scenarios. For me, all the onus is on Tyson Fury. If he wins the Usyk rematch on December the 21st and AJ beats Hrgovic or Dubois, you're going to get undisputed in the first quarter of 2025, probably in Saudi Arabia. But, what the organizers obviously want is Fury against AJ. That's where they're leaning towards, and that's where the commercial value is. That's where the money is. But obviously, Oleksandr Usyk's going to have a lot to say about that. We got Bivol Beterbiev probably coming in October if Artur Beterbiev can recover. There was talk of this UK versus USA 5 versus 5 as well. So whether that falls on the Fury Usyk undercard, I don't know. But you'd imagine that they'd want some huge fights on that. So, it's whether they want to stack the card that much. I know it is the Saudis going to like to do that, but having a 5 versus 5 underneath an undisputed fight would completely probably overshadow the 5 versus 5. So, it'd be interesting to see what happens here, because you got the August Terence Crawford card against Madrimov, and then you have an September. You have AJ going to be headlining Wembley. Talks of a new A for that one as well. And then you have October, which I think provisionally they're looking at Bivol Beterbiev, but depending on the injury. And then you'll have that on December. So it's interesting to see where, this talk of USA versus Mexico or UK versus USA 5v5s will fall. Unless they stick one. Obviously, Bivol Beterbiev was meant to headline the 5 versus 5 this weekend. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what undercard they'll do on December the 21st. But, yeah, cannot wait for this. 7 months, fair enough, but it gives guys, it's a hard grueling fight a couple of weeks ago. So it gives both guys a chance to, get back on the straight and narrow. Is it 7 months because Tyson Fury is going to change his team? He wants more time with them. Him and Turkey Al Sheikh are very close. Ultimately, Alex Krashik was on TalkSport yesterday. He said as long as the deal was done before the end of the year, then both parties have honored their agreement. And December the 21st is very, very close to the end of the year. So Yeah, lots to ponder. Adjustments from Tyson Fury, the key. We'll get some predictions out at some point, but it's very early in the day yet. But yeah, lots of good to come. Roll on the 5 versus 5 this weekend, but big news for boxing again. Saudi Arabia are not hanging around. Less than 2 weeks out from Fury Usyk 1, we've had the announcement of Fury Usyk 2. Thank you for watching.